Alright, my pretties, it's another episode of Lioness commentary. I know I haven't done this in I think last year or the year before. I can't even freaking remember when was the last time I did a episode where I do a Lioness commentary where I go through the story and show how bad it is. Well, after some little bit of thought, I decided to do a Lioness commentary on this pasta, which is called Totally Spies Lost Episode. Oh my god, people, this one is a total mess. I mean, I wrote this story back in 2018, and literally looking at it now, it is just really, really, really garbage. It was, I don't even know what was going through my head, but this literally was garbage. I mean, you're gonna have to wait and see what we're gonna do, when you hear this. So, prepare for me to end up, well, pretty much just saying to myself what was going through my head back when I did this story. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description for this story if you want to give it a read. Okay, I am never watching that episode of Totally Spies again. Not since that incident happened to me and my friend like a few years back. It was around the time when she was 15 years old. Now that she's almost 20 years old, I'm not sure if she remembers that day or not. I was 21 turning 22 at this point back in 2014. It was in January where it was a cold month, I'd say. It was after Christmas when it happened. It all started on a Friday night when my friend came into the riding stable. I live in a room upstairs, and at 3:30 in the afternoon, she had a makeup lesson at this time, and she wasn't going to go on until 7 o'clock at night. As soon as she got her favorite riding stable, that's where I used to live until moving day, she would go to the tack room and see who she's riding. I was in the tack room, and as she was looking at the board, "Hey Mandy, I am wondering what we should do before my makeup lesson." My friend named Jessie asked me, and I'm not sure. Want to watch a movie? I suggested. She liked the idea, so she left her stuff in the schooling tack room. Yes, that's where all the schooling horse stuff is stored in. And then we went upstairs to our own little place in the Ryan stable upstairs. Okay, just to let you guys know, the paragraph, I mean, it was confusing to read. There's run-on sentences, so the story is off to a rocky start. You could definitely tell by that. I mean, it's all squished down in one paragraph. And I did have to say right now, I did end up making a few changes where it's not my real name on this story, it's somebody else's name, just to clarify that. I mean, I don't even know what the hell was going on in my head when I wrote this back in 2008. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm literally cringing right now. Like, no joke. I'm literally cringing as I'm reading this. Usually I don't allow anyone upstairs, but today was special because it was just me and Jessie on that day. When it was just me and her, she would talk about anything, not just horses. She would talk about her favorite movies. Frozen was her favorite at the time, before newer Disney movies were coming out. And we also talked about our lives and our childhood shows. One of them she talked about all the time was her favorite show, Totally Spies, was up to date. I'm sure half of you, or most of you, know what Totally Spies is. Well, I'll explain. Totally Spies was a kids show made by Cartoon Network in 2001 with a total of 6 seasons. The show ended in season 5 back in 2008, but they released a 6th season for all the fans who were requesting for new episodes. The 6th season was made back in 2014 in the fall, but it wasn't the same as season 5 and all the other 5 seasons were. To be honest, I only watched about the early seasons, like from season 1 to around season 3. I have heard about season 4 and 5 before the 6th season was released, but never watched it. Okay, I think I might have made maybe a few mistakes here. I think season 5 ended in 2010, not 2018. And yeah, I mean, maybe I could be wrong on that, but I can't even remember. But I was just blind as to, writing this story. So, yep, more issues. I could definitely say there's more run-on sentences. There's places that should have been periods, and there should have been, places where commas should and shouldn't be. So, I don't know what's going through my head, people. If you don't know what Totally Spies is, it's about 3 high school girls named Sam, Clover, and Alex, who are spies that go on missions to protect the world from evil. The show was pretty good, and let me explain about the characters. First off, we have Sam. She is, most likely, I guess you could say, is like the leader of the pack, pretty much. She wears a green jumpsuit with green eyes and red hair. She was Jesse's favorite character of the show. Clover is the fashion-obsessed girl. She likes shopping and goes crazy over boys and deserves dresses and shoes and other things like that. She was my favorite character of the show. And then there's Alex, who is a tomboy, and she was an annoying character throughout the show. That's what I thought, along with Jessie. And she also acts like a 5-year-old kid, which has given me a bit of a headache. Although there were other characters like Brittany as a spy, but only appeared in very few episodes. And then there was Jerry, who is the boss of Whoop, which he was funny at times. Other times he was a pain in the ass for the girls. And then there's Gladys, who gives the girls gadgets to use, which they were useful. And there was Mandy, who is a bitch along with her 2 friends. Mostly the show doesn't focus on her or her friends as much as Sam, Clover, and Alex more, and as well as some of the other main characters of the show. Okay, not bad. It looks okay to me. Like, I mean, looks alright. I don't really have to say anything wrong, but there's still freaking run-on sentences. Like, oh my god. Still run-on sentences in there. Like, literally. Why did my past self wrote that? Like, I kind of make me wonder why the hell did I even write this piece of crap? Oh man, people, this is really getting cringy. Want to watch a movie? Jessie suggested to me. As I said earlier, I looked at my university bag, and yes, I've been there for a couple of years. Found a DVD with nothing written on, cliche, which was odd. I usually expected a prank or something else inside, but I didn't care. I was also thinking who the hell would put in my DVD bag. Cliche. So Jessie walked towards me and said something. Why is there a DVD in your bag? She asked. I don't know. Want to watch it? I asked her. She nodded and I put the DVD in the DVD player and sat with Jessie on the bed that I was slept in. And it was in front of the TV, so we were wondering, what could be inside the DVD? The screen was playing for ads for certain things that were in the past, but I didn't give a shit about them anymore. Are you fucking kidding me right now? This has already turned out to be a cliche-looking mess. I can definitely tell this is already going into a cliche route. Typical Lost episode. Not really surprising there, people. Then the screen froze for a few seconds. Cliche! Yet again. I was going to take the disc out to clean it when a familiar ad came on, and it was a theme song from the show that Jessie and I watched a lot. It was totally Spies, and the theme song was playing, but there were a lot of odd themes. The music was horror, mixed with depressed piano music, and which was odd for number 1. Cliche again! Oh my goodness. Cliche-looking mess this story is. The next odd thing was that the singer who was singing the Totally Spies theme song, Here We Go, was playing in a deep voice. Do I really need to say any more? Jessie and I were starting to feel a little awkward, but we laughed about it. I had a bad feeling in my gut saying that this was not a normal DVD, so I brushed it off my shoulders and watched it with Jessie. After the theme song ended, it starts off what seemed to be Tim Scam. I'm surprised that that's one of the villains I do remember. He was just standing in a room staring at a screen, which as well as creepy. He walked over to the viewers and cuts to a spy named Brittany, who was tied to the chair. Now, Brittany, let me tell you who she is. Brittany's another spy that only appears in a few episodes to work with Sam, Clover, and Alex, but isn't seen like much, like I said before. So Tim Scam walks over to Brittany, smiling evilly at you. What are you gonna do to me? Brittany asked, as she was choking on her sobs. Well, Brittany, we're gonna play a game that you cannot see or say no to. I had a bad feeling where this is starting off. Of course I know where it's gonna go off. It's going off in a cliche-fest route. So Tim Scam blindfolded Brittany, and he goes on to the weapon room. I knew this was in, like, the horror movie, so I didn't care. I turned to see Jessie staring at the TV. She liked horror movies, and she was used to seeing that stuff. Okay, I mean, alright, seems fair. When Tim Scam came back from the weapon room, he had a chainsaw, and he started the chainsaw as Brittany cried louder. She knew what was coming. Within seconds, Tim Scam shoved the chainsaw onto Brittany's stomach, ripping her open, chainsaw limb to limb. Within a few seconds, Brittany was dead. Soon, he let out a dark, evil, deep laugh. Wow, that was a way to start off Totally Spied episode. Cliched, obviously. I said to myself, And then the episode title came up with the screen that had Sam, Clover, and Alex in front of the title card that read Evil Spies. I have never seen that episode before. My mind was telling me to turn off, but I didn't, but I wanted to see what happens next. Oh my god! Why did I put that cliche in the goddamn story? Oh my god! I just wanna unsee this right now. But I'm gonna continue because why not? The screen then cuts to a high school, which was called Beverly Hills High School. Okay, makes no sense. Where three main spies, Sam, Clover, and Alex, were talking about what their plans were for the weekend. When Sam looked at her phone, it was a text message from Jerry. It's X Powder. You know, maybe. I don't even know what to say. I can't even remember if they had phones back then. I'm pretty sure they did. I'll have to watch the show again. I don't remember. She opened the text on her phone, and it said something that made my heart sink. Sam, Clover, and Alex, if you get this text message, you will then know a spy agent named Brittany, your friend, has been killed by an unknown killer. Oh my goodness, Jerry, are you that stupid? It was Tim Scam, for crying out loud. Jerry's so dumb in this. And she was killed last night. I would like you free to come to Whoop ASAP to see a room for yourself. I have texted every one of you about what happened. All right. Sam was shocked. She just stared at what's next. Sam, what's wrong? asks. Sam looks at her friends. Soon Clover and Alex looked at their phones, and they got the same text that Jerry sent to Sam. Oh my god, was Brittany killed? Alex asked as she was about to cry, but Sam and Clover were soon sad but soon angry. Who is the killer? Alex asked as she was scared. Jerry didn't text about that, Sam replied. Then a garbage can sucked the girls inside, and the girls were in Whoop within seconds. Yes, this happens in almost every episode. Inside of Whoop, Jerry looked at the three spy agents, and he was depressed. Cliché. He then looked like he was about to hang himself, but acted professional. Cliché yet again. Hello, ladies. Someone broke inside of Whoop last night, he said. Really? Alex asked. Who the hell would do that? Clover asked. She said the F word, and I was shocked. There was never swearing in Totally Spies, but this was supposed to be a kid show. Well, no shit, Sherlock. But Jesse didn't seem to care. So the spies used their X-powers to get on their spy suits. So where's the crime scene? Sam asked. Gladys gave the spies their gadgets. These are your gadgets. Here is a revolver, a shotgun, a pistol, a butcher knife, and a hunting rifle. What? Guns at a goddamn kids show? My mind was in a daze for a minute. The spies took their weapons, and Jerry led the girls to a room down the hall from Jerry's office. It was a bloody door which Sam opened it and turned on the lights. Brittany's body was on a pool of her own blood with her guts on the floor. Alex vomited and so did Jerry. Clover and Sam almost vomited themselves. Okay. When somebody's talking, you need to space. I need to space it out. I mean, that's what I usually do, but this was a long time ago. I mean, why did I even not think of that when I wrote this story? Oh my god. Oh my god, I just want to pull my hair out right now. Oh my god, there's more of this cringe mess. They explored the room, seeing a chainsaw that was covered in blood. A chainsaw covered in blood? Clover gagged in the pool of Brittany's blood as Sam examined the chainsaw. It looks to me that the killer used a chainsaw to kill Brittany with it, Sam said. Jerry was shocked. Tim Scam must have broken in last night. I think I heard him last night from what it seems what I thought. Sam was shocked. She felt like vomiting, but she didn't. At least a few hours later, the girls were walking around Whoop trying to find out how Tim Scam broke into Whoop. Suddenly they heard a gunshot that was loud, and I and Jesse jolted in surprise. The gunshot was really loud, and then Jerry's scream was echoed throughout the hallway. That must be Jerry, Clover said as she started running. Soon Alex and Sam joined in. I hope he's okay, Alex replied. By the sounds of the gunshots, I hope he's not hurt. The girls then reached Jerry's office, where he was shot in the shoulder. Clover ran towards Jerry. What happened, Jer? Clover asked, as she was close to crying at this point. Clover, I don't know what came over me, Jerry said, crying. Alex, call 911, Clover screamed at Alex in horror. Alex called 911, but soon another villain named Terrence grabbed her, strapped her onto the chair, like that from that one episode, Evil Jerry, where Terrence turned Jerry evil, and the girls had to stop him. Alright, this was a big paragraph, so I kind of got confused a little bit. So, like, I don't even know what was going on from my goddamn head. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus. I'm just, like, literally in shock right now as to what the hell did I just put. All this is just for shock because there was a lot of shocking scenes in there, so my past self, what the hell was going through my head when I wrote this? Like, seriously? Like, seriously? I don't know what was going through my goddamn head, but I was younger back then. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna continue now. Sam was soon strapped onto the chair along with Clover and Alex, as Tim Scan appears with a picture of blood in his hands, and they were covered in blood. I don't know whose blood it is, but ew. Tim Scam, Sam said in anger. This picture is filled with blood mixed with Terrence's DNA and poison. One sip, and you'll be evil for a couple of hours or days, and soon you will die. Okay, what kind of poison is it? Tim Scam didn't even state what poison it is, so Tim Scam is just that dumb. Tim Scam said as he inserted the blood in the machines that was used in Evil Jerry, where Tim Scam hoped that the milk would turn the spies evil, but it didn't work. Soon Tim Scam lets the girls out of the chairs. Now let's see what their reaction to the blood on these girls, he said. Jesse and I had a bad feeling where this is going. The spies had the same glare like they did after drinking the milk from the episode Evil Jerry, but Sam did have an evil death glare on her face. Time to die, bitch, Sam shouted at Clover. No, you're next to die, bitch, Clover shouted back. And now, why you losers just keep it down? Alex shouted as the girls were fighting each other. Soon gunshots were fired more than once. Alex was shot in the leg, Clover was shot in her hip, and Sam was shot in her shoulder, and they all collapsed. Sam looked at her friends, and Terrence with the revolver was the last thing she was before knocked out. Okay, they would have been gone to the hospital with those injuries, like being shot like that. Like, what was the point in that? I mean, I'm kind of mad at my past self for why did I write this to begin with? Like, Jesus, I mean, did Terrence gone psycho all of a sudden? Oh my god, it sounds like he's going really psycho. I mean, what's his reason for shooting the spies? I don't even know what the hell was going on. Okay, I'm gonna continue. The next scene cuts to Beverly Hills Hospital, which cuts to the mothers of Sam, Clover, and Alex in the waiting room. I hope my baby's gonna be okay, Clover's mother said. I hope so. Hopefully the same for Sam and Alex, replied Sam's mother. Then a doctor came out looking sad. Stella, Carmen, Gabriella, I have sad news, he said. What is it? Sam's mother asked. We found out that your girls had ingested blood. Not just blood, but it was poisoned. So they would only have at least 2 months before they all die. That's probably not even true, but at the same time, I don't really know what this was going through my head when I was writing this. The mothers were heartbroken to see their job now is to make the girls' lives the best they can until the day they die. The title card cuts to a week later, and the next scene cuts to Whoop, where Jerry along with Tim Scam, Helga, and Terrence were. I am surprised I remember another villain from the show along with Tim Scam and Terrence. Since they are dying? Jerry was crying. He couldn't believe what happened. Helga jumped out of the window of Whoop killing herself. Why did she do that? There's literally no reason for her to sit there and do that. Like, oh my god. I mean, this is just even weirder here. Terrence had a heart attack and he had a seizure before passing out. No reason given. Tim Scam took a knife and slit his throat, killing himself. Okay, cliched. And then there was blood everywhere near him. Cliche again! Oh my goodness. The mothers were shocked. It has been going on since Tim Scam. That freaking asshole that poisoned them. Stella growled in anger as Sam, Clover, and Alex walked into Jerry's office. Sam had a revolver in her hand, and Clover had a butcher knife, and Alex had a meat cleaver. Sam was so depressed, but so did Clover and Alex. Alex had no face expression whatsoever, and her face was neutral. Girls, I'm so glad you're all here. We were just talking about... Before Jerry could finish his sentence, Sam pointed the revolver at Jerry's head and shot him in the chest. He fell to the ground groaning in pain. He should have died from that because it was just at his chest. So I messed up there. Sam soon was crying as blood was coming from her eyes, staining her green jumpsuit and her face. She looked down at the revolver and realized she had one bullet left. Jessie's expression on her face seemed scared, but didn't show it really. None of even this was making any sense here. Like, none of this was even stated as making any zero sense. It's literally, oh my goodness. This is literally just really making me wonder as to why this was going on. I mean, there's no real reason that there is this going on. This honestly, I don't even know what to even say, and now I really don't know. Like, what on earth? Oh my god. I'm gonna continue because I'm slowly beginning to lose it. But why am I still reading this? I don't even know why the hell I'm still reading this story. The story is just so, Sam, stop! It's me, Jerry! Jerry choked in his own blood as Sam, who was still crying, pointed the revolver at Jerry. I'm so sorry, Jerry. I have no choice. Sam sobbed as she pointed the gun at Jerry's head, pulling the trigger. The gunshot was loud and the loud bang coming from outside. Jerry was dead. Sam had killed him. Her mother was shocked. Sam, how could you do this? Her mother said to her daughter. Leave me alone, she growled as she sobbed more tears of blood. Oh, cliche yet again. But Sam, I said leave me the fuck alone, Sam shouted as she pushed her mother, took the knife from Clover, and she stabbed her mother on the stomach and began to cut her open. Sam was still crying at this point and rips her mother's stomach open and... Okay, that's a little disturbing. I'm not going to say that. Then Clover starts to cry with blood tears. Literally? Really? Why did I even have to add that cliche on here? Like, literally, why the hell did I even add that cliche to even on here to remotely begin with? This is so cringe. Oh my god. Okay, I only got a little bit left, so... Okay, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. We're almost done with this pile of awful mess story. Okay. Alright, I just had to go calm down for a minute before I lose it. Okay, so Clover begins to cry tears, too, with blood tears, and it was soon joined with Sam's. Sam, what are you doing? Stella asked, who was Clover's mother, freaked out that Sam's mother's screams, and soon cries died down when she was lying dead in her own blood of pool. Okay, didn't make sense. Sam was soon crying as she put the knife down beside her dead mother, continues to eat her mother's corpse. Okay, that's really disturbing. Soon Clover took the knife and was soon no longer crying blood tears. She starts to stab her mother's chest over and over. Her mother started screaming in pain as Clover rips her mother's body's limb from limb off of her. Cracking bones and even ripping flesh was heard. Alright, more disturbing. Alex snapped at her mother's neck as she fell to the ground screaming and crying in pain. Alex grabbed a knife and stabbed her neck. Within moments their mothers were dead. Sam was crying more blood tears, and she finally dies, with the rest of the spies suffer the same fate Sam did. The episode was then faded, and then went back to black screen. I ejected the DVD and put it back in the case, and I heard Jessie crying. She was scared, so I held her close to me as she calmed down. She had her makeup lesson, and I did my barn chores and forgot about the DVD. But I was shocked about the episode I watched, so I thought about trying to find where the hell did that episode come from. Okay, this is all cliched. Like, the ending with all the characters dying. Why did I ended up ending the episode like that? It could have been something really potential, could have been good, but if it not been for the cliche mess of a story, this story would have been a little bit better or something. But why? Literally, why? Why did this story ended up doing this the way it does? I don't even freaking know. Why? This kind of makes me question, why does this episode still... Why did I even write this to begin with? I'm literally shocked right now. Like, literally, why? I don't know what was going through my head, but something was definitely going on through my head. On Saturday, which was the next day, I emailed Cartoon Network and told them about the Totally Spies episode that was very scary for me and my friend. I contacted the other company who made Totally Spies and asked them about the episode. About a half an hour later, Cartoon Network emailed me back and I read the email. I also got an email from the company called Marathon about the episode. So here are the 2 emails they've written for the companies I emailed about the episode of Totally Spies. Okay, they're obviously pretty much almost rip-offs of, well, pretty much Blue's Clues, Sorrow. But, you know, that was past me, but not really ripping off the whole thing, but it's pretty much just cliched. Thank you for contacting Cartoon Network. We are so surprised that you found a lost episode to Totally Spies. We can assure you that it was never meant to be on TV due to gore and violence, so we are very sorry about your troubles with it. We are well aware of your concern and we will look into it. Cartoon Network. Thank you for contacting Marathon. We are very shocked about the whole episode you and your friend have seen. It was an episode made around the time before Season 5 and after Season 4 was made. We only did that for a horror adult parody cartoon. Okay, Ren and Stimpy adult parody cartoon, ripoff. So we were shocked that you found this episode. We are very sorry that you found the episode. We are now saying that you should not release the DVD to the public as we don't want to upset the fans of the show. So thanks for your concern about the DVD, Marathon Media. A week later after that episode, me and Jesse watched. We have never watched that episode again. So I kept the DVD to remind myself what I saw was real. Cliche. Well, not really cliche, but pretty much almost ripping off a few pastas, but you know. I still regret watching this episode, but that's okay. I should have destroyed it, but I didn't think about that. If you've ever seen a copy of Totally Spies Lost Episode, just stay away from it. Now that I am turning 26 and Jesse's 20 years old, we still like the show, but we never talked about that episode again, and I'm never watching that episode of Totally Spies again. Oh my goodness, finally. We are done with this godforsaken story that literally went from 1 to 100 really quickly with cliches, nothing but problems with this goddamn story. I will put a link in the description, so if any of you guys want to go knock yourselves out with the story, you can. I mean, not saying that you should, but it's your choice if you want to go take a look at the story. The story was literally garbage. It was not good. It was cliched. There's nothing but cliches left, right, and center. It literally just didn't make any sense. I mean, I don't even know why this story even came out to even begin with, but this story literally just, I don't know. This story just literally broke me. I wrote this back when I was younger back then. And if you look at my stories now, you can see how much I've improved over the years. I mean, I've wrote a few bad stories here and there, but at least I know how to make better stories. Oh my god. Now I went through this torture, now that it's finally over. I literally am just saying, what the hell was I going through my head when I wrote these stories a long time ago? Like, literally. What the actual hell was I going through this? This story literally just broke me. This story was just literally bad. I really didn't understand why this story even existed. It is on Wattpad, so I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go and, you know, check out this story. I mean, I know I said it before and repeat myself, but still. This story was garbage. It was not good. I don't even know why I wrote this story to begin with. I was considering about deleting this story, but now I look back at it, I kind of laugh at it how dumb I was back then to write this piece of garbage. I don't know why I wrote this. I literally am just mad at myself right now. It's just really cringe. But, you know, this story was just literally cringe. It was cliche fest, not good, really bad, terrible story. That's literally all I can really say and put my finger on it. It's just literally a bad story. Okay, I'm done ranting. My final rating of this story is 0 out of 10. Not a good story. It's garbage. This story was just literally one of the worst ones I've ever read. And I know I did read this story at least a few years back, but I decided I was contemplating whether or not I should go ahead and, pretty much read this story again. But here I am doing a Lioness commentary where I actually do that. So, alright. So this story was definitely cringe. That's literally all I can really put in one video. Okay. What did you guys personally think of this story? Chances are most of you guys pretty much will not like this story, which I doubt you guys would like this story. It's cringe, it's not good, really terrible. Anyways, what did you guys think? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, if you guys want to go ahead and follow my DeviantArt account, link to my DeviantArt will be in the About page section. If you guys want to go follow me on Twitter, link to my Twitter account will be in the About page section, so you guys can go check that out. Also, if you're interested in subscribing to my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, link to that will also be in the About page section, so you guys can go watch those. And as always, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say, but I'm hoping there's nothing else I need to say. But as always, please roll the outro because I'm out, and I'm gonna go and get rid of this headache because I already have a headache from reading this god-awful story. But I did this for the entertainment for you guys. So anyways, roll the outro because I'm out, and I'll see you all in the next upload.